Was SSundee and Crainer's reunion a mistake? This is a question that I've been thinking about for a while. Ever since the two of them reunited, SSundee and Crainer's relationship seems a bit forced. In this video, we'll be discussing SSundee and Crainer's reunion and whether or not it was a mistake. So let's get into it. Let's start by giving some context, as not everyone watching knows about SSundee and Crainer's relationship. SSundee and Crainer are both YouTubers who primarily upload gaming content. They were especially popular in the mid to late 2010s, often collaborating with each other on a daily basis. SSundee and Crainer made videos together from 2014 until 2019, becoming known for series such as Crazycraft, Trollcraft, and Murder Run. Around 2019, SSundee and Crainer stopped recording together. It happened pretty suddenly, with little warning being given. The initial reason given for this was time zone differences. It seemed reasonable, as SSundee lives in the United States and Crainer lives in Denmark.
In the meantime, dudes, listen. We invited Jerome to Sky Factory. I know a lot of you guys are gonna tell us to go invite Crainer. Listen, me and Crainer are still friends. He lives in Denmark. I live in America. He lives like 6 hours ahead of me. By the time we're recording this right now, and it's like 9 p.m. for him, he's either hanging out with his wife or sleeping. So he's doing his own thing with his friends Jelly and Slogo. I'm hanging out with my friends. We're still good. Just chill, you know? Let people be people. Everything's cool.
However, it was eventually revealed that this was a lie. In reality, Crainer felt unhappy recording with SSundee. This was why the two of them stopped recording together.
First of all, I'd been kind of unhappy recording with SSundee for a long time. Just like you said, the balance of the whole thing was a bit off. And you guys offered a way more balanced way of... First of all, we are a lot closer to each other in views and stuff like that. And we actually got on and talked a lot. But so I think the SSundee thing kind of ended abruptly.
Yeah, you got it.
And then I sort of just started recording with you guys, but there was never like, me and SSundee wasn't like, okay, we're done recording together. It just kind of happened.
Fast forward to early 2026 and things took a big turn. In early January, SSundee uploaded a video titled Godzilla vs. King Kong in Among Us. Why is this video notable? It's because Crainer appeared in it as one of the players.
Getting close to done on tasks. I just gotta stop this. Okay, hey, Crainer, listen.
Hey, monkey.
Listen. Where are your tasks at? Come here, you were on a team.
Are you eating me?
Yes, I'm eating you. We're on a team. Okay.
Down by the office. I have a task. Do you want to take me there, Mr. Big Monkey?
Down by the office. What do you?
Yeah, the office building. Down. So you go down
right
now?
there, right there. Okay, there you go. Have fun. All right, cool. There goes Crainer. All right, great. Why are you guys not running? Why are you guys not running?
I was doing a task. Sorry, Mr. Guy.
Go that way.
I was trying to teach him how to do a task.
There you go.
Wait.
Don't run.
Whoa, what is that big pool of goo?
Can you guys please run? Can you please
run
run away?
It likely comes as no surprise that everyone was caught off guard by this, especially since SSundee and Crainer had not recorded together in nearly 7 years. One effect of this reunion was the Mr. Crainer channel becoming active again. In February 2026, Crainer resumed uploading on the Mr. Crainer channel. This confused people, as Crainer had previously posted 2 videos stating he switched over to his current channel. After a bit, Crainer explained that he rebooted the Mr. Crainer channel because he started recording with SSundee again. It makes sense as the channel is best known for showcasing SSundee and Crainer's relationship. He could upload videos with SSundee on the very channel that became known for this. Now that we have given some context regarding SSundee and Crainer's reunion, let's talk about the state of their relationship. As of May 2026, their relationship is a mix of being friends and business partners. At least, that's how I interpret it. Anyway, what do I mean by this? For the being friends part, SSundee and Crainer act like regular friends. Within their videos, SSundee and Crainer like to banter and talk about whatever comes to mind.
You realize we've been playing this game the exact same amount of time, right?
How did I get 36 milli? It's because I upgraded my staff. Oh, my staff is good.
Oh, the staff upgrade.
Ian, stop.
Oh.
Stop. You're being such a little jerk.
Wait, we paid for the boost and he got the 36 million. That's not fair.
Can you guys do the boost again, though?
One of my back.
No, you do it.
Oh, at 20 million. Wait, I'm at the last zone in a second.
No way! You're getting that lucky. That's insane. Okay, I'm mad now.
Bro, I'm unlocking the last zone. That means I win. It was the first of the last zone. We said that.
This is pretty in line with how the relationship was in the mid to late 2010s. What about the business partners thing I mentioned? As you could probably guess, SSundee and Crainer regularly make videos together. Considering that the two of them make a living off social media, one could argue that SSundee and Crainer indirectly help each other run a business. They make money from collaborating together on videos. However, their work relationship is not too formal. After all, they're YouTubers. Something I do want to briefly mention regarding their relationship is how often SSundee and Crainer talk to each other. They don't talk as often as you think. Crainer elaborated on this in an episode of Map and Yap.
How has it felt recording with SSundee again from Flower Coconuts? It's fun. It's a lot of fun recording with him again, and you know, it's easy because he only records once a week. Because he's also very busy with everything that he's doing. God, I am failing right now. So I guess it kind of like just fits my schedule nicely, you know?
Let's move on to the main point of this video. Why I think SSundee and Crainer's reunion might be seen as a mistake. It's mainly to do with the kind of content that SSundee and Crainer have been making since reuniting. As we mentioned earlier, the two of them have been regularly making videos together since their reunion. What kind of content is this? It's regular gameplay videos. For the most part. Over on SSundee's channel, his collaboration videos with Crainer are regular gameplay videos. Whether it be Roblox, Among Us, Minecraft or something else, the videos usually consist of SSundee and Crainer playing games together. What about the content on Crainer's channel? It's a slightly different story. Over on the Mr. Crainer channel, the content is mostly similar. However, Crainer's videos focus a lot more on him and SSundee playing Roblox Simulator and Brainrot games. There are a few exceptions such as Minecraft and Among Us, but Crainer's content has mainly focused on playing various Roblox games with SSundee. Anyway, why am I bringing this up? Considering the nature of SSundee and Crainer's reunion, one would likely expect the content to become better. However, this does not seem to be the case. Crainer's new content honestly seems a little bit repetitive. At least the content that gets uploaded on the Mr. Crainer channel. It seems like Crainer's audience shares a similar sentiment, which can be seen in the video's performance. Crainer's Roblox videos with SSundee tend to get between 10,000 and 40,000 views per video. For a channel with nearly 8 million subscribers, that is not that good. What's crazy is that SSundee appears in Crainer's Roblox videos, yet they don't perform that well. One would assume that Crainer's videos with SSundee would perform a lot better. On a related note, I decided to ask my audience if they think SSundee and Crainer's reunion was a mistake. The results were interesting to say the least. Out of nearly 750 people who voted on the poll I made, 57% of people said yes, 21% said no, and 22% said unsure. Essentially, less than 1/4 of people think SSundee and Crainer's reunion was not a mistake. Everyone else either thinks the reunion was a mistake or is not sure. The fact that most people who voted don't think SSundee and Crainer's reunion was justified is pretty surprising. What I found really interesting is what the comments on my community post said. One comment that stood out to me is this one left by user Leo Shroom. They wrote, "I have nothing against this reunion, but it doesn't really feel legit. Like every time I watch their videos, their bond feels kind of forced." This was something that I honestly never thought about. Watching some of SSundee and Crainer's gaming videos, I can see what Leo means. SSundee and Crainer's interactions throughout their videos together seem a bit manufactured. They don't feel as genuine as in the past. Most of SSundee and Crainer's current interactions consist of them insulting each other, as well as spending Robux against each other. It gets a bit tiring after a while.
Oh, let me sneeze. I'm gonna sneeze.
Are you just now sneezing?
Yeah, I just began sneezing now. I'm cutting back on the sneezes a little bit. I'm beginning to take my antihistamines.
I don't even know what an antihistamine is.
Spell antihistamine.
ANTIHISTAMINE. Okay, so now I've got that one. Kind of trash, dude. How do I get to the next place, though?
Money. 100 million.
100 million.
Crainer, why do you have so many pets? Crainer, why are you at VIP?
Why are you at VIP?
Oh
I can ask you the same quest.
I don't even know you, Middle.
I don't know you, Middle. Let me schmink. Oh my gosh.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, you looking at the same thing I'm looking at, Ian? Because I don't even have the Robux for that, just so you know.
What am I looking at?
I think it's unfair if you get it, okay? I think it's unfair if you get it.
We don't even throw this ball not even halfway
Ian,
down
I think it's unfair if you get that.
Speaking of this, I find it kind of boring how nearly every video results in Crainer and SSundee spending a lot of Robux. It was funny during the first video they did, but by the 10th video, it just felt very pay to win. Like, I'm not interested in watching two YouTubers spend a lot of Robux just to get ahead in a Roblox game. One other thing I don't like about SSundee and Crainer's current videos together is how everyone makes fun of the latter's accent. For context, SSundee is from the United States and Crainer is from Denmark. This basically means that the latter will have an accent when speaking English. SSundee's friend group notes this in nearly every video they make with Crainer. It was funny at first, but now SSundee's friend group mocking Crainer's accent is pretty annoying. It doesn't help that they do not take Crainer seriously at all.
Okay, so I have now, I can almost afford the new double jump, so I can you need to be quiet, Ian. I'm gonna cry.
I said sorry.
Do it.
You didn't even say that time, and I usually hear when you say it. In order for me to get 5 jumps, I need 400,000 coins, bro.
Fall.
You need to stop. Every number has 4 in it.
And you
Yeah,
said
that's
fall.
okay.
And I said 4 a lot. You're right, Pat.
Why did you say fall?
I don't want to do this anymore.
Fall.
I'm making 400 million a second now.
How many?
I can't avoid the gosh number. The gosh dang number. Okay, I've almost made it to the 4th island, the desert one. Bro, if you keep making fun of my 4, I'm actually gonna cry.
I'm in the Winter Island. Hold on, Winter Island. Okay, so how do I upgrade?
I gotta be honest, now that things are costing 40 billion. See, that's a 4
How
again.
many? Fall.
I can't. Everything's a 4. I'm surrounded by 4. Now I feel like I don't know how to say it anymore.
You don't.
More. 4. Before.
There you go.
Lore. It's everywhere. Snore.
No, I am gonna catch Pat and uppercut his mom.
What I don't get is why Nico Vaughn makes fun of Crainer's accent. They're both bilingual, and technically, English is also Nico's second language. Therefore, he's being a bit of a hypocrite by making fun of Crainer's accent. I could talk a lot more about this, but I feel like I've said enough for now. All in all, would I say SSundee and Crainer's reunion was a mistake? In a way, yes. A SSundee and Crainer reunion sounded very cool in theory. It basically marked the return of many people's childhoods. This is why when SSundee and Crainer reunited, many people were very excited to see what would come next. However, what we got is pretty underwhelming. Instead of both of their content improving, SSundee and Crainer's collaborations feel pretty generic and repetitive. This is especially the case for Crainer, as he mainly posts Roblox Brainrot and Simulator videos on his main channel. A lot of these videos feel pretty repetitive if I'm being honest. They usually consist of SSundee and Crainer insulting each other and spending a lot of Robux. It simply becomes boring after a while. Crainer's audience seems to share a similar sentiment, as his Roblox videos with SSundee don't perform that well. His comments also talk about his Roblox content being painful to watch. All in all, SSundee and Crainer's reunion has not lived up to expectations. The content we've gotten from their reunion isn't that much better than what came before it. Do I think SSundee and Crainer should have never reunited? No, of course not. If anything, I'm really happy they're back together. I just wish the videos we've gotten from their reunion were better, if you get what I mean. What do you think of all of this? Would you say SSundee and Crainer's reunion was a mistake? Let us know in the comments below. On that note, feel free to watch this video next.